I'm just going to update a little bit about how I think the situation about Alex and Chris Stevenson. One thing is that Jesper Winge Leitzner is driving a child at 3 years old down, killed. What if he had never been in a court about it, but just spoken as he was in court? So maybe the first theory is that he makes a cover up, he hires the 13 hours for a sort of home invasion, or maybe the child was away at that time and I was the only one supposed to have been there, right? So basically, they home invade and they don't know that Chris Stevenson is just arrived, and they bang us down. I was almost dying. I couldn't get air, right? And I was left dying in the apartment. Alex disappeared, right? So that's the one theory. They realized that this person is a diplomat ambassador, and they realized they have to come up with the second cover story. The mails is, I have the proof because I was writing about Chris Stevenson on mails after the private affair with Jarl Stoltenberg in 2011-12, and the mails they have reached the United States. So we cannot discuss if Chris Stevenson was in Denmark at the time he was. He was a short, and he wanted to take me with him to the United States. Whether he was the target, or I was the target, or Jarl Stoltenberg was the target is unknown. Another important thing is that the recently deep fraud pictures, 13 hours, as well as the Eric Clapton, where there's a mix of picture, very, very good paparazzi video manipulation, right? But there's a story that I really stumbled on yesterday by looking at one of the videos, the Eric Clapton memorial, where there's a blonde, long-haired boy, and that supposedly be my boy, right? Some of the pictures could have been from Eric, the dad, not Clapton, right? Same name, front name, right? But I realized there was some pictures from a beach, and the boy has a camera, and you can hear there's a woman talking, and I want to go back and see if I can get an accent or a dialect on her. But it looks for me, if you play it very slow, it's a shortcut. But it looks for me that the person who come towards him, that will be the boys on the right hand, the person coming from left, and the cameraman is in the front. It looks for me that the child is hit. Then when I saw this, something came back at memory. I think we were on a beach and 2 or more persons arrived. Didn't look like they were in a summer holiday mood. They were not dressed as summer. They were dressed with more black clothing. They were coming they actually intruded me and my son in a way that I remember. But I wasn't on guard. I wasn't like, this is going to end badly or something. I wasn't really aware that we were targeted at the time. So that's also something we have to be serious about. If there was another, there might have been more than one attack. And also because I was left dying in the apartment, it's difficult to know what has been told under unconsciousness. Or when I was found later, very skinny, brought to the hospital, and they began to take another point of view on the story, like I was just a social fuck up, and the Susanne Bier version, so that they can have imprinted even on the substance or something. So I'm very careful about deep fake, because there might have been a deep fake one more story, right? That's where we are today, but the case handling in Denmark is full, criminal, evil, and degrading, and it's shame on the Danes. They know the story, and they could easily get the data to the Justice Defense Ministry. They could easily come with some forward information to the United States. They could easily connect to my insurance and give me the insurance money for the work I have done the last 10 years on this case, not being paid. The media, the murder case, which is the reason why the emails were stolen, the Egmont that corrupted the whole thing, and a lot of abuse in the industry of film, TV, music, books, magazines, sport, design. They could have paid. So I'm very sad about this, because I really worked for Denmark. I worked deaf off for, on the wall, and I have a very, very fine CV in DDR wall down, good relation to Russia, saved people in Yugoslavia in civil cases, made part of the peace process in Northern Ireland, the Clinton government. So why wouldn't they choose me for some, I don't know, UN position, EU? They didn't want to do that. They wanted to dump me, make me look like an idiot, and then hurt me even more, taking the boy and trying to blame anyone they could blame. The father was blamed, pop stars were blamed. I don't know who they didn't blame, really.